live video recording I'm going to post on YouTube. So let's get into it. So family, I want you to look to the left. I've been getting a couple of requests speaking to how you set this up. So step one, we're in Florida. Step two, I'm using pick three. Step three, here are the dates I'm choosing. I'm going from the 16th through the 21st, and there's a reason for that. Now, you don't have to go from the 16th through the 21st. You can just do the last 3 days like I communicated before, and that's fine. But family, what you're looking for is a hit ratio greater than 67%. So 75%. You see the hit ratio? 75%. That's a great hit ratio. If I were to sort this, 2019, that's all 2019, the year and March. That's also a great hit ratio. But, I'm just going to give a little caution. You guys have heard me say this before. You can see here, there have been a lot of winners that have come from here. But the reason I don't like using this particular year month profile is that there are too many numbers. There are too many numbers that are in 2019 March. If you'll remember, for the state of Florida, and it's probably true for your state too, after 2007, the state of Florida started having daily draws. Prior to 2007, we were getting one draw per day. So if you're looking at anything older than 2007, you're going to get at least 62 numbers, depending on the month, having 31 days. So double that, that's 62 numbers. But anything less than that, like 2004, you're going to just get 31 numbers. So excuse me. So if I were to go over here, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just going to switch over to this tab, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Going over here to consecutive draws here, and hopefully I think it was just sitting for a while. There you go. And I'm going to put in 2004-05. You'll see that if I select this, number one, there's a really high hit ratio. And then number two, my guy is kind of frozen right now. Hold on a minute. Let me go back, share this tab. I'm going to stop using multiple tabs because it seems like when I do, especially when you have a quick event like I'm doing, sometimes there's some technical stuff that comes into play, and then you look like you're not handling your technical stuff right. So I'm sharing this tab again so you all can see, and I'm going to go a little faster. So you'll see 2004 May, I include the entire month. You see I only have 31 numbers. 31 numbers. That's all I have to choose from. And then when I exclude past winners, you see now I have 22 numbers to choose from, but really it's 21 numbers because there's a duplicate 952, 952. So family, let's get into something a little bit because I'm going to show you two things and I'm going to be quick about it. I want to show you something. So here's the first thing when you're talking about money. When you talk about abundance, you have to make you have to make smart betting, right? So let me sort of break that down for you a little bit because this is what some of the big boys do. Usually when people start putting money out for anything, most times, they're taking out like a loan or something. Like when you buy your house, if, for most of you, you're not saying if your house costs $500,000, you're not taking $500,000 and just saying, hey, I'm paying this house off. You're getting a loan or some type of like base amount, and you're saying based on the home value, I'm going to make an investment on this house. That's kind of what's going on here. And that's a really sort of gross analogy. But my point is, when you put money down on a house, you're not buying a house that you believe is not going to serve you. When you're buying a house because you're thinking it's going to appreciate. It's probably going to be in a nice neighborhood. You'll be able to get some use out of it. You'll have your friends over. So you're basing that investment on data. That's what you're doing here, family. I've been saying this for weeks now, too. You've seen me talk about, I'm going to just put this over to the side for a second. You've seen me talk about, I've said this on the 18th, on the 19th. The consecutive draw starts trending on the third iteration of a consecutive draw. So on the 17th, a notification came out, hey, I'm starting the consecutive draw. And you see it. 16, this was a duplicate here for May 4th, May 22nd. Then you had the 17th, then you had the 18th, then you had the 19th, then you also had the midday 19th here. This was another duplicate. Then you had the 20th, and then now you had the 21st. And then so like I was just talking on a call with a peer of mine, and I said, well, not just a peer, but a subscriber. And I said, where do you think the next draw is coming from? And sure enough, 279, that's the next draw. So I'm going to just cut over here really quickly to the lottery website, Florida Lottery website. You guys could see that here. You see it's pick 3. Here's the 696. You see, this isn't magic. I'm not twisting numbers around. A lot of people like to say, hey, what's your system? I don't have a system. All I'm doing is I'm going in the past. I'm looking at where it trends, and then I'm picking the number based on that trend. So here's the 696. Here's the 430. Here's the 189. You guys see what I'm saying? Here's the 410, and here's the 279. It came out 5/13/2004. 5/13/2004, 279. So if I were to go back to this, right, and I were to share this tab here, share this tab. You can't see it just yet. But if I were to refresh this and it'll update, it just updated. I'm going to put this back on 2004-05. You see, 513. There's the 792. This is the 279 that came out. You see, it's the same year, month profile. I've been saying this for the last 4 days on Facebook. Hey, this is where the number's coming from. This is where the number's coming from. This is where the number's coming from. So family, let's talk about something for a second. Because a lot of people are saying, hey, Will, I want to make the kind of money that you talk about, the money, same kind of money that you say is possible, and it is possible. I want you to see how I do that. And I'm going to bring this calculator over so you guys kind of see that. And I'm going to put it back on the 16th, right, through the 21st. I'm still sharing this tab so you guys could see this frame, right? And I'm going to put it back on the 2004-05 so y'all could see it, right? So we're going to assume, right? Let's say it's Tuesday. No, let's say it's Wednesday before the midday draw, and we're trying to figure out what number to play, right? And let's talk ballers for a minute, right? So I think I already laid out, when you talk investment, it has to be a smart investment. It's not just like, hey, somebody's doing a tic-tac-toe and I'm going to bet a lot of money because I'm really good at tic-tac-toe. Don't do that, family. Don't do that at all. Here's what I'm saying. Step 1, you get the last 3 profiles that you set up your date profile so it gives you the last few draws, right? Now this is giving me about 5 days, but you can go back, at least 3 days, and you're going to get step 2, which is the high hit ratio. This is what I've been talking about, and I've been clamoring on 2004-05, so y'all see that this is where these dates are coming from. So family, step 1, you go over here. You select last 3 days. In this particular example, I'm using 5 days. So that's step 1. Step 2, you find a hit ratio that's greater than 75%. This fits the bill. This really fits the bill because it's been trending like this for the last, what is this? We're in the 5th day now. It's been trending like this for the last 5 days. So that's step 2. Step 3, you select this like that, and you'll get a partial listing of numbers. You're just going to get the last picks within 5 days, but we're going to include the entire month, right? So now we got 31 days. And you guys know the reason I'm choosing this year profile as opposed to 2019, which will probably also have a hit too. You have less numbers. The less numbers I have means the less numbers I have to play. So here again, I'm going to exclude past winners. That's even more less numbers. So now I got 22 numbers in here. So family, let's get into something. Like if you're a real bettor, let's just do the math here really quickly. I have 22 numbers, right? 22 numbers. So I'm going to put that in here. 22 numbers. You guys can see this calculator, right? Now, if I were to do a combo, let's say I'm going to guarantee this hit. I'm going to multiply that times 6. And I'm going to get 132. But here's the thing. I have some doubles right here. I have 952. So it's not really 22 numbers. It's really 21 numbers. And I also have some numbers that have double numbers like 979 or 499 or 442 or 233. So instead of 132, my combo cost is really going to be less than that. It's going to be something like maybe 120 or something, maybe even less than that. But I'm going to leave it at 132 so y'all see what I'm saying. So 22 numbers times 6 is going to give me 132 numbers. Now, I've seen this number trending all week, right? Now, let's say I'm a really big bettor and I'm like, man, you know what? Let me just go for it. I'm going to put 10 bands in my pocket because this is what you would have to do, family. I'm going to multiply this times 20 because 20 times 500, right, is 10,000. The combo is already going to get me the win. I know that. 22 times 6, that means I've accounted for every possible iteration down here. That means I'm going to get the combo win, right? I'm going to spend $132. And I know at a minimum, I'm going to get $500, right? So that's a fact. But if I multiply that times 20, now I'm paying $2,640. But let me do it a little better because it's really 21 times 6, right? Which is 126 times 20. This is really what I'm going to be paying. $2,520. So most of y'all are looking at, damn, well, that's a lot of money. But family, look at it. Follow me on this, right? It may seem like $2,520 is not a good bet, but it is a good bet because the money that you're going to be getting on the other end is $10,000. You follow me? It's $10,000. I'm literally showing you how to make $10,000. So if I were to just go through this again, I just want y'all to see it, and we're on the right tab, right? When I showed you this started trending, right? Anybody who has the tool, you see it. It started trending right here. And I've been telling you that it was trending. Then it came here. So let's say you had $2,500. Actually, let's say you had $3,000, right? Because you had more numbers in play, right? So $3,000, no more than $3,000. You have $10,000 right here, family. You may have spent because if you had doubled it, maybe you're saying, "Oh, okay, well, man, I'm dropping like $3,000 and probably another $3,000. This would have been $10,000 for you, right? Then you would have gotten right here, and because the 819, the 189 had doubles in it, right? You would have had $20,000 because of the double right here. You see that? You guys are following me? So yeah, you may have spent $3,000, but when you came back and you did the same bet, 3,000, whatever that was, now you have $20,000. And then you did the same thing here on the evening, right? Well, this was the evening, this was the midday. Now you have another $10,000. Then you came here, you did the same bet. Now you have another $10,000. And then you came here and you did the same bet, 6-9. Now you must have like a rich uncle or something, but you'd already done cashed out right here. You see what I'm saying? You've cashed out right here. And then here's another 10 bands. It's just so people are asking me, well, how you bet? You can't bet $5 and expect to make $10,000. I've proven to y'all you could make $13,000 on here just finding the data. And then if I were to put this back on the 22nd, right? You see it right here. It's gonna flash right up here for you really quickly. 2004-05. Bam. You see the 279. You see I'm gonna exclude the entire month, right? Well, I gotta select something over here. But you see the 279 right here. You would have you would have been up. Your pockets would have been so big, you would have been like, all that stuff you doing on Facebook and whatever you think you're doing. You guys see where I'm going with this? When you have data at your disposal, you're making decisions like people in the stock market do. You're not just coming up with numbers out of your ass. You are literally seeing the consecutive draw here, and you're just making the educated bet. Now, family, I'm with you. I am with you. One of my first come up was on a lottery deal. No. What am I talking about? A lottery deal. I think I told this story before. I'm just going to make it real quick. Before, to make the analogy, I was doing real estate. I thought I was doing real estate. I bought all these damn books, reading, trying to be smart, nothing. Bought these courses, expensive ass courses, nothing. It was only until I got with this dude from Iran, and y'all probably heard me tell this story. It was a dude from Iran, and he was at this real estate investment club. So I went around a dude who was doing it, like really making money off this thing. And just like I'm telling y'all, I am really making money off this thing, right? And I make money off a lot of different things. So again, y'all know it's who you hang around is how you're going to make money. So he said, yo, Will, I want you to put, I think it was like 10,000 down on this condo or something, some new property. Now, this was 10 bands. I didn't have 10 bands just to be playing with, but because I believed in that dude and I believed the universe was trying to work with me, I was like, I'm going to just do what this dude say. That was 10 bands that I put down. $10,000. Did I have $10,000 like that? Nah, my first spot, my house cost $100,000, or I remember it was like $118,000, and I actually borrowed money against that house. It wasn't like I had that in my pocket. I borrowed money against my house, and I put money down on another house based on what this dude was telling me. Within that year, I took that 10 bands and I doubled it to 70 bands. You guys see where I'm going? I'm not talking about making an investment based on some dude who just coming up with some system. People like to call it. This is not a system. This is data that I'm showing you. Hey, this is where these numbers are coming from. So depending on how you bet, if you bet in box, hey, you're not going to put 10 bands in your pocket. If you bet in 2,500, you would have had $50,000 right now. That's how you make money, family. I'm going to show you this one other piece. I'm going to come back here and go over to this and show you guys this, because this was something that I did today. I didn't realize that. Where am I? Oh, I'm off of it now. I think I probably let the cat out of the bag. But what I'm really trying to drive home with this, I guess I could stay here on this tab. What I realized, family, is that with this consecutive draws, and I'm just gonna do this so you guys see what I'm talking about. With consecutive draws, you see the 792 came out. It came out also in this year month profile, 1990 of April, right? So if I were to select that, bam, like that, And I see it also came out in 1997 of August. So if I selected that, bam. And you guys know, because I rock with this right here, 2004-05, I'm also going to select that, bam. Now, I'm just sort of oversimplifying this a little bit because I probably really don't want to select these guys because they have low hit ratios. But if I were to, I'm just kind of showing you how I would do this. I wouldn't select this guy. This is too high. I already selected this, so I don't have to select that anymore. Let me do something like this. Less than or equal to 2007, 12. I got this guy selected, right? And let me do this one more time just to see where these guys are coming from. I got the 2004. I talked about that. I got the two. What else am I talking about? I'm butchering this example, family. But here's my point. If I selected these guys, right? These guys up here, right? These are two different date profiles. And I said, exclude all the non-duplicates. Family, do you see the data here? Do you see the numbers that I have left to play? Do you see why this is so powerful? I didn't even exclude the past winners. If I exclude past winners, right? I should put that back here. I'm going to do it this way. Maybe you guys see what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't quite yet. I'm going to do it like this, and maybe you will see it, right? 2004, that's 05. That was one of them. And there were some other ones in here. I'm not even sure if I could find it right now, but include entire month. And I think we had some other stuff. I want to say maybe that one. And I want to do, I think there was another one that was 2003. Yeah, this guy. Right. So if I just did that, right? So this is from the beginning to the 21st, I'm assuming. I don't know what the last winner was. And I'm going to exclude non-duplicate. I'm going to exclude past winners, so I get that really reduced. And then I'm going to just say exclude non-duplicates. Look how small my list done got, family. So remember, I was operating off of 20-something numbers, right? Now I'm operating off of 14 numbers, and these are all duplicates. These are all ones that have been duplicates. So now I got this real small list. And I know, because Will been telling me, man, these numbers, they repeat all the time. How aggressively would you bet knowing that these numbers are like that, family? I can even show y'all. I can even come over here. You see the win. I picked up the win right here. There's a 792 for Wednesday, September 22nd, midday. You see, I picked up the win, right? I mean, I don't be playing with it. But what I could have done, which is what y'all are going to see me do, I'm going to buy a store. And the reason I'm buying the store is just so I can have access to the state lottery. And once I buy the store, I can print as many tickets as I want. I can even sell the tickets, but this way I know I could go in there and I could say, hey man, you know what? Give me 2,500 on my own store, right? It's not going to be weird. I'm going to put $2,500 on a pick three pair, 14 numbers here, and I'm walking away with 10 bands. That's what I'm talking about, family. I'm going to leave it at that. I think this was a very long video. I think y'all get it. I'll see y'all on the other side. Take care.